What's up, everybody, and welcome to I'll Hang Up and Listen. Brought to you, of course, by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at 7 different Western New York locations. If you need a beer, always make sure you make it a Fatty Beer. Let them know 2 goalies when Mike sent you. Also, brought to you by Impulse Physical Therapy of Western New York, located at 5087 Broadway, Suite 100, in Depew, New York, right next to Catalyst Fitness. 5-star facilities, 5-star staff. Some of the best Western New York has to offer. Please go see Alex and his team at Impulse Physical Therapy. If you have a sports-related injury, a work-related injury, trying to get back on the ice, trying to get back on the field, whatever it might be, Impulse Physical Therapy of Western New York has your back. Make sure you go check them out. Again, I can't stress it enough. They are currently helping me get back on the ice myself. So it's been a long road for me, to say the least, to even get back on my feet and get back to work. But we're almost there, and I know the people over at Impulse Physical Therapy are gonna, get me back out there. And let me tell you right now, I can't wait. To say the least, it's been a long road to recovery since I broke my leg last winter, and I gonna start that process of doing some of their sports and physical testing to see where I'm at and how long it's gonna be. So, and as always, Extreme Discount Mattress. With Western New York's finest selection of mattresses and adjustable beds, featuring the cool gel memory foam, 2-sided mattresses, Telelay latex, organic mattresses, Chatham & Wells, Scott Living, and even the Skechers mattress, all for a third to one-half the supposed sale prices anywhere. So stop into any of their 7 locations across Western New York, or check out their website at extrememattress.com. That's extreme with an X. If you're looking for even more savings, check out their new closeout center at 1625 Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga, with up to 80% off their already low prices. Save a fortune on one-of-a-kinds, closeouts, and floor samples. You can get a quality mattress for literally pennies on a dollar. Extreme Discount Mattress. We sell mattresses for less, a lot less. And remember, if you mention you are a fan of 2 goalies with Mike, you will get a matching mattress protector with your purchase of a mattress. So make sure you let them know you heard about them through us at 2 goalies with Mike. And let me tell you right now, I could have used one of these awesome mattresses, probably the Skechers mattress, or that cool gel memory foam would have probably been great for how boring, at least for 45 minutes of this game was. Very low event hockey, boring to say the least, and I can't say enough. I wasn't a game that I had a ton of fun watching, that's for sure. But the Sabres lose 4-2, fail to win 3 in a row again. In Pittsburgh, a team that you're probably going to be battling with for a wild card spot. I can't. They are ahead of us in the standings, I believe. Definitely not are now, but they've been playing okay hockey as of late. They've kind of teetered off a little bit, but this was definitely a beatable team. I mean, it was 1-0 for the majority of the game after that goal in the first period. I remember it was Dumba, and then you came back and you tie it with an absolute laser beam from Jack Quinn. And then, in Pat Sabres fashion, they come back right away and score that second goal, and we'll get it. I pulled up the videos of the goals, so we're going to watch them here during the show, because some things that bugged me, for sure, as you can tell from the title of tonight's post game, no doubt. I think, and a lot of fans, I believe, probably feel the same way I do, to say the least. The power, was it the Dewar goal, or was it the Russ goal? I can't remember. The one where Power just had a massive brain fart in front of the net and, didn't take his man out of the play and ends up in the back of the net. UPL dropping his stick for whatever reason and panicking and, playing like he's never. And we're going to talk about that too, because Marty Baron's made some comments during the post game, and I tend to agree with them because growing up playing hockey at the Pee Wee level, travel, high school, whatever it was, there were plenty of times where I used to, on my own, without being told, practice without my stick. Because it happens. Sometimes your stick gets knocked out of your hand, you break your stick, something happens. You got to know how to react in those situations. And UPL looked like a goaltender who had never practiced playing without his stick. And that bugged me a lot. Just again, just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna bring those things up. Let me see here. Sorry. Second. Sorry. Keep apologizing to you guys. Sorry. When I run solo, I kind of produce the show on my own. So with that being said, I know you guys, a lot of you guys, I see in the chat, we already have 40 comments in here. How a lot of you felt. I will say, the first goal, do I want to say from UPL? Yeah, probably. But do I blame him necessarily for the goal? No. It was definitely a deflected shot. Tough for me to, hate him for that because, you could tell it threw him off. It definitely made contact, but I also didn't like the way he reacted. I can't. All right, we'll pull it up here real quick. Again, they're probably out of order. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay, no, this is the fish out of water. Let me see. Okay, right here. So this is the first goal right here. Turnover. I don't know, Timmons, what you're doing. I think it definitely goes off Byram's stick as he's trying to block that. Without a doubt, unless we could slow it down here for a second. It's kind of tough. But to me, I look at this, I'm like, why is he reacting the way he's reacting? I think he's guessing that puck is going blocker side, and then it gets deflected and goes on the glove. I don't know, change directions. But I personally would like him to react a little bit better than that. I think that's a very 50-50 shot. Am I blaming UPL for that? Not necessarily, but do I still think it was a savable shot? Sure. But still, regardless, a very low event game. I tweeted this out during the game. I was like, I hate games like this as a goaltender because you're just trying to stay in the zone, right? You're trying to you're trying to stay focused, stay in the game, and games like that are. That would be 1 second. Oh, yep. Okay, you can hear me. Games like that are tough. When you have those issues. Let me pull this out here. Sorry. Games like that can be tough, to say the least. Staying focused, not letting your body get cold, not letting your blood flow. You want your blood to be flowing honestly throughout the game. I almost like some goalies kind of thrive on that, kind of playing on that, feeling like they're playing on their heels and constantly feeling in the action. When growing up, and again, we're talking about two vastly different skill levels between UPL and me, but I used to just follow the play even down the other day, even with my feet, just to try and keep myself engaged in the game, somewhat. Almost like trying to mimic how the other goaltender is moving at the other end of the ice, just to keep my feet moving. So again, games like tonight are not fun for a goalie because it's just difficult to stay engaged. No doubt about it. Now, the second goal, that is the one I think I definitely have a problem with, and we're going to bring it right back up here. So start the goal right here. I'm not too sure. Looking at the replay when they showed the more close-up replay, I'm not seeing UPL's stick get knocked out of his hand. It doesn't. His stick never got knocked out of his hand. And here's the thing. as a goalie, when you don't have your stick, I know some people like, well, why doesn't a defenseman or a forward, like, you know, for last thing you really want is your defenseman giving you their stick in that situation. I know it sounds far fetched, but in that, I want my defenseman to have the ability to make plays defensively with their stick. You know, goalies at that level especially should know how to play pucks, you know, when they don't have their stick. And the point Marty Baron made during his post game, I agree with it wholeheartedly. Like, just don't change anything. He was waving his blocker down there, like, just kind of just almost in panic mode. Listen, man, UPL is a very quick goaltender. Now, maybe you get a bit lower in your stance while you're moving, and you know that they're probably going to be looking to fish 5-hole on you, slip a 5-hole. And he did. I mean, he didn't. The puck that went in, I'll show it again here. Like, it really wasn't any shot to write home about, like any blistering fast shot. If you watch how it goes in, again, I don't really understand how he loses his stick here. I know there's a scrum in front. You know, he's a fish out of water there. And then again, I wish I could like zoom in on that. I don't know if I can or not, but if you look, it never gets knocked out of his hand. It just doesn't. I don't know if that makes it, like, he just drops it. He just drops his stick. And then, like, right here, like, I don't know. I really don't feel like that was some blistering shot from Rust. It just wasn't, to me at least. So there's that. I just think that given how quick his reflexes are and how fast of a goaltender is, like, you got to be prepared for those situations. I mean, that's why as goalies growing up, whether your goalie coach tells you to or you do it yourself, throw your stick on the top of the net and you practice with a stick and just kind of learn how to, you know, figure out those situations. And I hate him losing his stick there to begin with. Because, again, I feel like he just panicked when he was just trying to get himself back into position, and he just got up without his stick. So I hate that. Can't blame him for the other goal. I won't do it. But yeah, Owen Power. Let's bring up that goal. And this is, again, I'm not blaming UPL for tonight's loss. I'm not. I thought he made a couple of good saves. Again, a very low event game. Those games are tough to really stay in and keep your mind in. And, you know, it's, you know, but that's why you play at the level you play at. It just is. So we're going to bring that up here real quick. Now, real quick, real quick. I want you guys to see here. Owen Power acknowledges that he has this, it's Dewar coming up the middle. He is acknowledging that is going to be his guy. It's not like he doesn't see him coming. Now watch. He's getting into position. You are bigger than him. I'm pretty sure he is, at least. This is such a lazy fucking stick play here. Such lazy stick play. And he separates himself from him. It's like, why are you waiting? I understand you want to time this perfectly if the pass is coming, because maybe you don't want to take an interference penalty, but like, I really don't think a ref is calling a penalty on you there at all for tying up your man in front. And you keep going frame by frame. Like, what is this? Look how passive you are. Look how fucking passive you are, Owen Power. Like, why are you playing like you're Jacob Bryson? Like you're the size of Bryson? What is that, dude? What the hell is that? Just stick your man. Get your stick underneath his and just push yourself into him and take him out of the play. Just overpower him. You're bigger than him. And these are the things, and I'll play at full speed now so you guys see. Like, watch, he sees him, he acknowledges. It's not like he's caught by surprise. And that's the ball game. And that's the fucking ball game. And that is why people are criticizing him. We all understand how good he is offensively. We all understand that he is a legitimate offensively gifted defenseman in this league. There is no doubt about it. None whatsoever. But this shit is what drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. That play in particular should get you a one-way trip to the press box for a night. Because that is unacceptable. And I don't care, oh, we've seen Connor Timmins do it. We've seen this guy do it. We've seen that. I don't care. He's their first overall picks. They have not been given every excuse in the book. Oh, he's still developing. I am sorry, but you cannot teach that type of play. That is something as a defenseman at this level you just need to do. And he doesn't do it on a consistent basis. And it drives me fucking insane. Like, bro, you just don't teach that. You just do it. You just do it. This is your first freaking year in the league. You just do it. And it cost us the game. It cost us at least 1 point tonight after battling back into this game. Like, for fuck's sakes, man. How hard is it at 6'6"? However much fuck you weigh. To just stick a guy and put your weight into him, lean into him, take him out of the play. All you had to do. And I don't care what the charts say. I don't care what his analytics said for tonight. That play right there cost us the game. And he is consistently, he's consistently guilty of plays like that. Sometimes they don't end up in our net, sure. But how are we still in year 4 talking about this same problem with him? Marty Wilford, what the fuck do you do on this hockey team that you are allowing that to continue? We were tweeting about 2 goalies, 1 Mike. We're talking about how great Samuelson has looked this year and how night and day different, how better he looks when he's healthy. This, that, and the other. And you want to know what? I tagged us like, this looks like a little bit crisp. I think the tweet was, is that Matthias Samuelson or Chris Pronger out there? Because he bodied his man in front of the net and threw him to the ground. And then Chris Pronger ended up being tagged in the tweet, and he responded, and he goes, oh, yes, he got him in the gym. He said that's Pronger-esque. He goes, he's looked really good this year. And I decided to tweet back. I was like, what is your opinion of Owen Power? Because I think I think that he would take less flack if he made more plays like this. Because we all know how good he can be offensively. But if he made that play more consistently, he would not get as much grief from this fan base. It's just simple plays like that. That's all it takes. You're a first overall pick, dude. You're making over $8 million a year, dude. It's that play that drives me nuts. And Chris Pronger, Hall of Fame defenseman, Stanley Cup winning defenseman, said 280 characters isn't enough to talk about him. Doesn't sound like he had a bunch of good stuff to say. And you go back to how they retain this staff. And listen, I know there's a lot of you in the chat. I'm going to try and get to you guys, but I'm kind of venting here, so I apologize. And I'll rip through your comments here in a second. But this is why when you brought back the same staff, how much of a mistake it was. Because now you're putting fucking Owen Power through year 4 of the same coaching staff that has allowed stuff like that tonight to continue. We haven't developed the guy properly. We haven't. And listen, first overall pick, yeah, sure. But honestly, is he a first overall pick in other drafts? No, maybe still top 10, but probably not first overall in other drafts. And I'm not knocking it. I guess it was a weaker draft. But still, the talent is there. The size is there. The skating ability is there. It's just you are playing so soft. You play like you're the size of Peyton Krebs out there. Peyton Krebs plays like he's got a bigger set than you. And it drives me nuts because he can be so good. It's just those things that drive fans absolutely up a fucking wall. And I don't want to hear, well, Darlene dealt with no, we never talked about Darlene like this. Never. There were criticisms of Darlene in his first couple of years, but we were never this hard on Rasmus Dahlin. No way. I will die on that hill. No way were we ever this hard on Rasmus Dahlin. No shot. Oh man, I'm not gonna have a voice tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I'm gonna rip. I mean, there's a lot of comments here, guys. So from Mauricio, I'm being objective. Thompson had numerous high danger chances in front of the net. Needs to be faster, quicker, accurate, more finesse to score. I felt Benson was pushed around all night off the puck. I agree with both those points. Benson, Austin, Kozak line looked invisible. Need a better playmaker. Maybe Norris, Benson with Greenway. Fourth line, Kozak, Malestein, Dune. Bench, Krebs. Krebs offers nothing invisible, healthy screen. Yeah, and honestly, unless Peyton Krebs is out there, like, instigating, throwing his body around, just being an agitator, like, do you ever notice him? Do you? I don't. I like Peyton Krebs. He plays a role, but this is why I hated the fact when they sent Rosen down to Rochester, because there's nothing that Peyton Krebs offers this lineup that justified sending Isaac Rosen down. To me, it just doesn't. We need better balanced scoring, more drives to the net for tip-ins and rebounds, dirty goals, as you call it, Duane. Second or third line veteran forward trade possible. Vancouver candidate, Darling. Yeah, Vancouver is the talk of the town right now, right? Nashville too. Most of that game was boring. You are right, Kevin. Power all night, making poor puck management decisions, slow too much puck handling. Overall team played sloppy, too much stick handling. Sabres, they need to shoot more. There's way too much passing. Under 500 again. It all comes down to one thing. The Sabres have no energy guy. I mean, I think Duane is a good energy guy. I do. But, I mean, Benson can be. I just think I think that this, at the end of the day, man, like, and you're gonna play games like this that drive you nuts, right? You're gonna play games that you're gonna play games that are gonna lull you to sleep, even when you're out there playing them. Even though you're skating hard, you're doing everything you can. But those are the games, man, where you just got to get in the goalie's grill. Almost kind of like how that goal on UPL where you dropped a stick. There was absolute chaos in and around the net. And like, to me, that is where you need to do that over there to Jari. Like to me, that's kind of where you fell short. UPL was average again. Sabres have no offensive superstars, plural. Benson, Austin, Doan, Kozak, McLeod don't strike any scoring fear. Scoring finesse, overall talent is poor offensively. Yeah, and like, listen, Tage Thompson has been on an absolute tear since they moved him back to center. This is the first game he didn't score a goal. I don't even know if he had a point. Why not play line over UPL? Our Sabres profiling UPL possible. I mean, there was rumors that there were conversations that maybe it was with the Oilers. I don't know. I can't remember what team it was. Maybe somebody in the chat can remind me. It's one of those analysts said that there was off-season chatter about UPL with another team, and I mean, please, I know some of you out there don't like it when I'm done with it. I'm done. I don't blame him for tonight. I don't. I know the stat line doesn't look great. 15 saves on 18 shots, not great. The Sabres could have won this game, and I thought UPL did in fact play good enough to win this game, even though there are some criticisms, at least with those 2 goals. But yeah, I think I'm done with it. I'm done. 2 periods of watching wallpaper pace, then they woke up a little bit late. UPL is still a rebound machine. That I do agree with. My boy Hurls all over Twitter, viral videos, drinking Sabres sword every goal. Sabres official X account was worried Hurls didn't survive the hangover. Hurls don't drink and drive. No, he didn't drink and drive. He made it home safe. And our boy did go viral for the crossing the sword Sabre drink. So If you happen to see him out on Twitter or if you ever see him out, he is in Buffalo right now till Friday. Nope. Say hi. He did go viral. You see here, can't win third in a war. Poor road record will punish Sabres. Yeah, they're 1-6-2 now on the road. That is awful. Absolutely fucking awful. Here we go. Pampers blows the game again. Wasn't the first time. It won't be the last time this season. That's the case. Happy USA. Thank you, boys. Boys from Toronto, the original 6. Already broke the wishbone. Kevin Adams gets fired. Oh, I get what you're saying. I already broke the wishbone. Fire Kevin Adams and trade Owen Power from Marty Dorfler. More comments in here. Nemec, second overall, 2022, just scored OT winner for Devils. Power directly causes Sabres' third goal against to blow the game. How many more chances are they going to give Powers? 30 minutes, you are not going to win. Power is such ass. I don't care any. A lot of criticism, and rightfully so, man. He cost you the game tonight. He just did. He cost them the game tonight. Oh, it was Hayes. I'm sorry. That was Hayes. I apologize. I got those guys mixed up earlier. Some of these comments were from like the beginning of the show. I'm gonna go with some more recent. We agree with you when you say about UPL. It's Hurls we don't agree with. He's not a top 15 goalie. He's a backup. I think he's a very good backup in the NHL. Who, if your starting goaltender deals with, has to deal with injuries, he can come in and win you some hockey games and keep you in it. But right now, I haven't seen enough to tell me to sit here and say he's a starting goalie, and he's been in the league for, this is his 4th year now. I want to say his 4th year, maybe his 3rd full year. I don't know, but he spent enough time in Rochester, and he's had enough time up here with us to prove that he can be an NHL goaltender. Sabres don't have a starting goalie. Get rid of UPL Georgiev 2.0. From the Buffalo Buckeye, I appreciate you. Welcome to the program. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Dahlin was not like this. I recall he stepped back under Kruger, but the guy was always one of the most physical players in the team from day one. That part I never questioned. Yeah, I mean, like we never there was criticism of Dahlin, like you mentioned, under Kruger, where he kind of made him try to be a defenseman that he wasn't. But yeah, man, like we never ever criticize Rasmus Dahlin the way we do Owen Power. We just don't. This is a good point. 25 got his coin way too soon. I agree with it, man. You're not dangling a carrot in front of him anymore. You're just not. From Buffalo Buckeye, I would pay big money to see John Tortorella coach Owen Power and watch on HBO the reality series. Can't teach toughness from Buffalo, New York, 6632. You're right. Said, I wish Jay McKee was the assistant coach over Wilford. He'd help Power out big time. I agree. Again, you just can't teach toughness. A couple, you're blurry, the visuals. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we got a Duane rant about Power Puff. Yeah, guys, I appreciate all the comments here. I do agree with. I would much prefer to commit to Bowen Byram long term and keep him than to have Power here long term. No disrespect to Power, immense talent, no doubt, but the team needs something different back there and on this team. Like, listen, I'll say it again. The offensive side of his game, you can't question it. It's there. It is. And there are times where he goes through peaks and valleys. The peaks, even his peaks don't even include sometimes him being offensive. Like during the last 2 games, was he standing out offensively? No. I mean, he was moving the puck well, but I'll always say if you're not hearing a defenseman's name talked about a lot, then he's doing his job. Kind of like a cornerback in football. If you're not hearing their name a lot, he's doing his job because the quarterback of your team is not throwing in his direction for a reason. They say that a lot about Richard Sherman. You didn't hear his name a lot in games because they were afraid to throw to that side of the field. Same thing can be said about a defenseman. If you're not hearing their name a ton, then they're doing their job. So, this game just drove me nuts. It was a boring game for 2.5 periods. And then they finally got themselves back into it, but too little, too late. Jack Quinn with 2 quick goals and, incredible shots. Almost set up Zucker for the game tying goal with the goalie pulled. Very, very close. Good save by Jari, but too little, too late. We've had that conversation a lot. So I don't know, man. Vancouver's getting ready to tear things down. I know I'm going back to when I talked about Mitch Marner being a Sabre and stuff like that before he eventually was traded and signed with Vegas. But like, I don't know, man. If they're really going to burn it down in Vancouver, I'd give up a lot for Quinn Hughes. Could you imagine Dahlin and Quinn Hughes on a pairing together? That'd be the most. You could put me out there on that power play, and we'd still score. Me not having ever played, I played one season of forward in my life, and that was back in house league hockey. I did have a hat trick for the Depew Saints in one game. I got my hat trick patch that season, but we didn't have enough skaters, so when I didn't play net, I played forward. I had a blast. But that being said, I I don't know, man. Like, imagine that power play, how lethal it would be. Dahlin and Quinn Hughes. I would trade Power, 2 first-round picks, this year protected, next year unprotected. I would trade Jack Quinn and probably Costa Helenius. And just imagine how much that changes the dynamic of your team. Oh my goodness. They would dominate out there. The puck would be in their end. And every time the puck would never be in the Sabres end when they're out on the ice together. Just wouldn't be. Uyghur would be nice. I hope Duane can get Craig Revay on the show and discuss how much we'd like to have his cousin. Yeah, it'd be great. I love the idea of Mackenzie Uyghur. I don't think that's ever going to happen, though, personally. That's just my opinion. I'm going to kick it back to our sponsors here real quick, guys, before I give you guys my final thoughts. I know this is like the biggest party night of the year, night before Thanksgiving, and people go out and they have a ton of fun. But, I'm in here hanging out with you guys, and I appreciate you popping in with me. So just shout out again to Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at 7 different Western New York locations. If you need a beer, make it a Fatty Beer. Let them know us over here at Two Goalies, One Mic sent you. And, of course, Impulse Physical Therapy on Broadway in Depew, right next to Catalyst Fitness. Time to ditch the physical therapy clinics that treat you just like another number. It's time and step into a world where you're the center of your care. Impulse is owned by Buffalo's only board-certified physical therapist. We work one-on-one with science-backed technology like 3D motion analysts and force plates to help you exceed your goals and become the healthiest, strongest version of yourself. So come experience the Impulse difference today and mention this for a discounted $77 assessment. And, of course, our sponsors and our partners over at Extreme Discount Mattress.
We know with Skechers, your day starts with the comfort and support you need for your feet. And now that same innovation has made its way to the bedroom. Introducing the Skechers Sleep System. With cooling SketchKnit fabric, pressure-relieving Skechers Max cushioning, and our Skechers Posture Fit support system. Your day ends just like it began, with Skechers comfort that never stops. Skechers mattresses, exclusively at Extreme Discount Mattress, the lowest prices in the nation.
And thanks again to our sponsors at Fatty Beer Company, Impulse Physical Therapy, Western New York, and Extreme Discount Mattress. Appreciate everything you guys do for us. You make sure if you have any types of sports related injuries, get over to Impulse Physical Therapy, Western New York. If you need a new mattress, need a better night's sleep, Extreme Discount Mattress has your back. You can get a mattress for a lot less at Extreme Discount Mattress. And of course, Fatty Beer Company, the spot to go to for any sporting event, Sabres game, Bills game, good vibes only, great live music. When they do live music, I know Cammie Clune is actually Sabres anthem singer. She was down at the Lancaster location tonight. So she's guys, and guys like Tim Britt local musicians. They always venture out to Fatty Beer Company and perform live music. So my final thoughts are this. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Too many times, I mean, not even just this year and years past, like, do you consistently not I don't even want to say they weren't ready to play tonight. They definitely didn't have the energy you wanted them to, but I thought defensively it was just a really, tight game on both sides of the ice. But at 35 minutes into this game, Buffalo only had 7 shots on net, and that is awful. That is absolutely awful. You were just making it easy for the other goal. No, you're wrong. I think Pittsburgh only had 12 shots on us, only 5 more shots. But like 7 shots is inexcusable, and we've had that conversation a couple times about this team this year. And the overpassing, the plays where you're trying to be too pretty. I mean, Tyson Kozak and Noah Ossa, they had that 2-on-1 that I forget who it was that broke that up. It might have been Dumba, but like Oslin has a great look at Jari, and he tries to force a pass. Just shoot the fucking puck, guys. Just shoot the puck and keep driving the net and look for that rebound. Both goalies were giving you multiple chances, second opportunities tonight. So I just don't skip pucks on net, and you have to be better on the road. Man, they really needed this win tonight because this is a team that you're going to be battling with. They may not be in your division, but this is almost kind of like one of those 4-point swing games because you're going to be battling with them for a wild card. No doubt about it. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. If you've enjoyed this content, if you've enjoyed our show, please make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Make sure you're following along and subscribed so you know when we go live, when we upload a new episode. If you're watching on Twitter or Facebook, you can follow us at 2 Goalies 1 Mike. You can find me at Duane S39 or at Duane Steinel on Facebook. Or if you're watching along on YouTube, make sure you drop a good old elbow on that subscribe button, the little bell icon, so you know when we go live. And please hit the like button. Hit the like button. And I'll say the third time, hit the like button. Hit it. Hit it right now. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hit that like button, please. It goes a long way. So I'll talk to you guys later. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Appreciate all of you for giving me your time here on 2 Goalies 1 Mike, here on I'll Hang Up and Listen. You guys are the real MVPs. And, Calgary. Yep, Calgary's going to tear it down too. UPL under 800 again. I don't know if that's in the season or just tonight. I like this one comment. Haven't scored an empty netter since partying the plaza and Matt Ellis coached 13 years. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you for spending your Wednesday evening, your Thanksgiving Eve evening with me, guys. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. And of course, as always, go Sabres. Talk to you later.